Hello and welcome to the 2024 mini catalogue launch party. How crazy is it to be saying 2024? It's amazing. I hope you've been enjoying the other projects others have been sharing in our global launch party. I'm going to be creating with the Trusty tools, the stamp set and the fun dies. These have great tool elements, great for the boys' cards, but I'm sure there's plenty of handy women out there too who are going to love these. So let's get started. Now, I'm going to create a fun fold for you. This is a split front card, and it works so well with this stamp set. So I'll tell you what you need and then I'll go through how to create it. Let's put this card aside. Firstly, let me just say how good it is, this glass mat. This is the first time I've been using it. So if there's some reflection of the lights, I do apologize. But this glass mat, it is non-stick. It is scratch resistant, very sturdy, easily wipes clean, great for your crafting desk. But how good is this? This can be a free gift for you if you choose to join Stampin' Up during January and February. But I couldn't wait to use it myself now. So you'll see more of this in upcoming videos. Let's get back to the card. We are creating this split front card. What you'll need is a piece of basic cardstock. I'm using Poppy Parade to work so well with the paper. It will be 10.5 centimeters by 18.8 centimeters or 4¼ inches by 7 inches. You're going to score this at 4 centimeters. You might see that score line there, or at 1½ inches. You'll also need another piece of cardstock, the same color, 10.5 centimeters by 4 centimeters, 4¼ inches by 1½ inches. You'll want your card mats. So you can add card mats if you like, but I think it makes it great. Just highlights your paper. Your card mats are 10.1 centimeters by 3.6 centimeters. You'll need 2 of those, or 4⅛ of an inch by 1�3/8 of an inch. Your pieces of designer series paper, whatever you choose. How cool is this paper? This paper, let me just let you know, this paper is a Sale-A-Bration choice. So you can purchase the Trusty Tools stamp set and pick up this paper as your free gift. And it works so well with it. We'll be using a bit more, see a bit more of that later. Also, now getting back to the card, you'll have a card mat. So it doesn't matter what size, but you want to be able to die cut your panel. It is 7.5 centimeters by 10.8 centimeters or 3 inches by 4¼ inches. And you'll want some white card to fit in the middle. Oh, and also I have added another piece of white for your inside. That will be 10.1 centimeters by 14.4 centimeters or 4⅛ of an inch by 5�3/8 of an inch. Don't worry too much about getting all these measurements down. They'll be on my blog post later. So let's get to making the card. You've got your piece that's already scored. Just fold that on your score line. And we can start off by sticking these paper strips onto your card. Don't worry, if you get any glue on your glass mat, you can easily wipe it off straight away. Run that around. I like to use the multi-purpose glue for mine. Add one onto here, and then this one, and add that onto that one. Now we can stick our little strips onto your red card ones. This one will go on the front of your card base. So we'll just stick that one up the top there. So we'll put that aside for the moment while we work on our other piece. You can cut this piece any shape you like. I'm actually using the radiating stitches die. So I've used this little piece here, and I love the little etchings on the side of it. I think it works really well with this stamp set. So we're just going to run that through your die cut machine. So now we've got our die cut piece. We'll just get a white card for inside. I didn't give you the measurements for that because it depends on the shape you choose to use. If you're using the radiating stitches die, this one, the piece I've got, the white card, is 5.6 centimeters by 9.1 centimeters, or 1 3/8 by 3 9/16. But it's just a card to fit within that frame area. So we'll just firstly going to stamp. I'm using Lost Lagoon and just going to ink up some of these nuts and bolts. Got the little screw as there as well, all those little pieces. And we'll add, I'm going to stick those straight down onto your card. And that frames nicely inside it. All right, to assemble this, what I'm going to do is, if you grab your base card again, line up this strip down the bottom to the bottom edge of that. I hope you can see that okay. And we're going to just add adhesive across this top and the bottom. You don't want it all around, just adding. So if you want to use tape, if you want to use the multi-purpose, I like the multi-purpose because I can move it. So just checking that is lined up. And then we can stick that down. So center that on your card and press it down. If you want to raise that up with dimensionals too, you can do that. Just give that a minute to stick. And that will give you your opening of the card. Let's put it together and decorate it. We want to make it nice. Now with this paper, in this pack you've got some pages of tools. You can use this straight on your card, but I love that you can die cut or cut some of these tools out to add to the front of your card. So if we grab the dies, because what you'll find, some of these dies will die cut these images out, and some you'll fussy cut, but that's okay. So we are going to use the spanner. I'm really not great with tools. If I get it wrong, I do apologize. And we've got the tape measure. So we can die cut those out. And with the saw, this one here, you will need to cut that out. So I'm just going to go in and cut around it to start with, just to clear it from the rest of the images and make it easy to fussy cut. If you don't like fussy cutting, you could just use a circle die and just cut right around the outline. So we'll get that one. We want to have, now you can choose whatever you like. Let's have, but I'll work with what we had. We want to have our, so we'll have our little pliers. We can make it different, but I think I'll stick to what I've done. So I'm going to do right around the outline to make it easier to cut. And let's grab a tape measure too. So while we are going on it, we'll go around this one here. It's a bit easier to cut into. So let's get rid of these pages so we don't need to worry about those anymore. So we'll grab the die. We've got the tape measure die. And grab the spanner again. There it is. See how well they fit. So we'll just die cut those out. So we have our little pieces. We'll get rid of those bits. Now, to show you cutting around this, get rid of those ones. It's much easier whenever you're fussy cutting to move the paper, not the scissors. So we're just going to do a few zigzag lines around the edge. Good to have a white edge around the image, just the way your eye sees it. If you cut it rough, it doesn't matter. There we go. Get rid of that. There's our tools. So we'll have, what I'm going to do is assemble these straight on here, and then we can raise it up. So I'm just positioning them how you like. And we do have a pencil. We forgot our pencil. Let me quickly cut that out. So grab that here out of the paper. That's just an extra addition. So you can fussy cut that out or use the die. So we'll just run that through. So we'll get our glue, just run a little down there and position that. We want our spanner set. And I'm going to do that the other angle. And we have our tape measure. Position that there, just so it can fiddle around with it. And that's why we use Tombow, so we can just slide them around. Now I'm using dimensionals on that. What I want first is I have this little piece of tape measure. It's actually one of the other prints in the paper, but I think that looks so great as an addition. I just cut a little strip just as wide as your white and added that to the bottom edge of your card. We'll get dimensionals to stick this down. Just add that a couple of dimensionals on the back. Well, actually 4. I'll add that to the top there. Bring that down so you can see those. Now what we want is a sentiment. What I have got is a little white strip. I'm using the You're the Most Awesome. We're stamping that in Poppy Parade to match our base card. Stamp that. This glass mat is so sturdy. It's so great to stamp on. I'm very impressed. Now I'm using the Countryside Corners dies. Just run that through your die cut machine. Here we go. Now I wanted to add just an extra element to the front. I've just created a bow. So you can put bows on manly cards. So with your linen thread or your twine, whatever you choose to use, going to create the bow. I'll show you. You're going to create a loop and then another loop and place one over the top of the other. Because I'm right-handed, I put the left bow over the top of the right. You're going to tuck that left side one, that one at the top over and behind and through that little circle down the bottom. You can slow that down or replay it if you're not sure. Then you just flip these little lengths over and pull it together. You can adjust it. Don't try and feel that you have to create the right size to start with. It's easy just to pull on the thread and make it to your size you want. Now, use some Stampin' Seal and run there's some seal on the back of that. We should cut this off first, shouldn't we? Now, and I'm just going to play around with that till I'm happy with it. I want to make those loops a bit bigger, so just pull on that. And then we'll just cut the ends off. We'll add some dimensionals to the back of that. All right, we'll position that down there. You can play with those lengths later. Now, don't forget your inside piece. We have our white card. What I want to do is, you could make Happy Birthday. This stamp set has Happy Father's Day, so let's grab that, add that. We're going to ink that up in black. Don't forget I'm going to add some more little screws and bolts on here. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to sit this here to line it up, so I have a rough idea of positioning, because I'm going to want to have that just tucked, just so it's peeking through. So we're just going to stamp that over here and another one just down here around there. Still plenty of room to write on. Add your adhesive again. And pop that inside. Now, got another sample with this stamp set, so don't go away yet. I'll show that to you. So there's our finished card. And let's grab, I was playing around once more, this one. This one is an accordion fold card. If you can see that, I've cut a strip and folded it and used the tools. I've die cut the tools out of the paper. You could stamp it and colour it, and I've just added a little addition. If you would like the folding measurements for this, that's going to be going out in my tutorial for my newsletter very soon. So be sure to subscribe to that so you'll be able to get that. You'll find that in my link on my description on YouTube or on my blog or Facebook. So that is another one with the tools. I hope you like these projects. Any of the products are now available in store, or contact me if you're in Australia. Be sure to like the video, subscribe on YouTube so you can catch more creative inspiration. Or if you're on Facebook viewing it, like it and share it with your friends. They may like them too. So continue on with more project videos from our 2024 mini catalogue launch party. I hope you'll enjoy it. And I hope you get to play and have fun with this Trusty Tools bundle. Have a good day. Bye.